Good day everyone, my name is Tian Jinan and my matrix number is 253159. So today the topic that I'm going to talk about is something that's happening all around you guys. So the topic that I'm going to talk about is should UUM parcel center exist to replace the initial postage receiving system? For myself, I strongly disagree that UUM parcel center exists to replace the initial postage receiving system. Maybe you will ask me why. Let me start with a real life story that I have experienced last few days. So recently, UUM parcel receiving system has been changed from student residential halls office to a newly standardized university parcel center, what we call as UPC, that's located in the Tradeway Residential Hall in Road A. So currently, I'm a student staying in the residential hall of YB, which is located in Road C, and that is kind of far away from the UPC in Tradeway. So before the implementation of this new system, students can collect their parcels in their own residential hall during office hour. But after the implementation of this new system, students are forced to send their parcel to the UPC and collect from there instead of collecting their parcels from their residential hall's office. So for example, I bought a power bank from Shopee and the product will be delivered in 3 days and collected by the worker in UPC and with the courier service procedure. So after the parcel has arrived, I was forced to go to the parcel center to collect my parcel instead of just to collect the parcel in my residential hall office. So I'm pretty sure that any one of you here from different residential hall who likes to do online shopping have faced the same problem as me. Try to imagine that if there is no UPC exists, students will be more convenient to just to collect their parcels from their office in their residential hall. In this speech, I will tell you more about the problems that faced by students after this newly parcel receiving system has been implemented. So let us start by looking at the first problem. So the first problem faced by students is transportation problem. There is no shuttle bus provided directly to UPC located in Road A from Road C. So I think that the location of UPC is not strategic enough because the location that the UPC located is just only convenience for students who are staying in Road A and B. Hence, as a student from Road C, I have to take bus from my residential hall to the Pusat Kesihatan University, which we call as PKU, and exchange to bus route AB in order to reach the UPC. So as we all know, the time of each shuttle bus is constant and there is about 20 minutes per trip. So I feel that it is not convenient for students in Road C to exchange bus, but it is also very time consuming to wait for the bus to depart. Also during peak time, sometimes the bus is full of students and I have to wait for another bus to arrive. Maybe you would ask me, why must I take bus to reach UPC? Why don't I choose to walk? So I will answer you now. For your information, the distance from Road C to the UPC is around 1.5 kilometer. 1.5 kilometer, if you say by walking, is not that near. It's kind of far away. So walking is not a good suggestion for me. Moreover, walking under an extremely hot weather is very frustrating and exhausting. Even maybe you cause sunstroke if you walk under this weather for a long time. So based on the issues above, due to the intense complaints from Kacchi students, UUM has decided to build a parcel center in Road D, which is located in Bukit Kacchi. So I think that UUM should also build a parcel center in Road C to bring convenience for students who are staying in the residential hall of YB and Muamalat, which is located in Road C. And it's very far away to UPC. So as a student in Road C, I feel that it's very disappointed because of the unfair treatment by the management of university. Try to imagine that if you are one of the students that is staying in a residential hall in Road C, you will have the mindset of why students that are staying in Road D can have their own parcel center, but there is not even one parcel center built in Road C to give convenience for students who are staying in there. So isn't this collide with the reputation of UUM recognized as the best eminent management university? Alright, let's go to the second problem. The second problem is poor management system of UPC. Firstly, users are forced to register an account in unistorage.com in order to receive a notification through email when their parcels has arrived. However, many students have complained about this system. They say that although they have registered a valid account in unistorage.com, but they did not receive any notification through email regarding the arrival of their parcels. So students have to check the tracking number of their parcels manually through the courier website to keep updating the arrival of their parcels. In comparison, before the implementation of UPC, students can check their arrival of the parcels easily and systematically through UUM student portal. Furthermore, there's a rule stated that if you are late to collect your parcel in a specific time given, you will be fined an additional penalty for late collection. So for me, I think that this is very unfair for students that did not receive any notification regarding the arrival of their parcels but are forced to pay for this penalty. If I were the person involved in this situation, I would feel that this penalty is unacceptable and unreasonable to pay for it. Secondly, it is a waste of time for students who wish to collect their parcels due to an extremely long queue. In comparison, before the establishment of UPC, students only need to queue in their own residential hall office to collect their parcels, which only take a very little of time. But after the establishment of UPC, all the students who stay in campus have to share the one and only parcel center and are forced to deal with a very extremely long queue just to collect their parcels. As we all know, students who are staying in campus are coming from 3 different roads, which is Road A, Road B, and Road C, with a total of 40 residential halls, including University Inn and Maybank. Considering that total of 40 residential halls have approximately of 5,000 students, and in the same time, assume only 1% of the students, which is 50 students, queue in parcel center to collect their parcels. Definitely, you can realize that it is much more time consuming compared to the previous system, which only need to queue in the office in their own residential hall. Okay, this is the proof that someone said that complained that they are facing a very extremely long queue in the parcel center. Next. So let's go to the third problem. The third problem is unreasonable and unacceptable fees collection. As you all know, after the establishment of UPC, the system of fees collection has also been implemented. As I've mentioned just now, students are forced to register an account in unistorage.com in order not only to receive a notification through email regarding the arrival of their parcels, but also to enjoy a lower rate of payment when they are collecting their parcels. If not, students have to pay a double amount of payment compared to students who have registered a valid account. For instance, a parcel that is weighted below 1 kg is charged only 50 cents for registered users, but is charged for Rm1 ringgit for non-registered students. in comparison, it can be seen that registered students can enjoy a lower rate payment compared to non-registered students. However, in reality, compared to the initial postage receiving system, that is, students collect their parcels in the office of their residential halls, they do not have to make any payment when they were collecting their parcels in the residential halls office. Therefore, I personally think that the implementation of fees collection has brought burden for students, which is totally unreasonable and unacceptable. Despite that, students have paid for the relevant fees. However, due to the poor management system of the UPC, students could not get the service that they supposed to get. As we all know, there are still many students facing the problem of loss of parcels, receiving wrong parcels, and also the impatience of workers, and etc. I believe that every one of you here also wish to get a better service after the implementation of fees collection instead of the service provided recently in UPC. So in my opinion, I would suggest that the fees collection should be supported by the service of delivering the parcel to our room. I'm sure that if this suggestion has been implemented, definitely you will be willing to pay without any consideration. So this is the proof that someone is facing after waiting for 30 minutes in the UPC and she couldn't collect her parcel, maybe because she think that maybe they lost the parcel or there are any reasons. This is the proof. Next. Alright, so in conclusion, all the above that I've talked about are the problems that faced by the students after the existence of UUM Parcel Center. Therefore, I strongly disagree that UPC should exist to replace the initial postage receiving system. After listening to my speech, I hope that I have successfully convinced all of you to stand in my point of view that UPC should not exist to replace the initial postage receiving system. If majority of you here who are supporting the existence of UPC, then you may continue to support it and enjoy what UPC is doing now. But if majority of you here who do not support UPC, maybe we can do something together to get back the initial postage receiving system, which is collect our parcels in our own residential hall office. So bear in mind, every one of us has the right to get what we wish to have. Although it is just an inconspicuous opinion for every one of us, but don't ever underestimate the power of unity. That's all from me. Thank you.